Yo guys, japanzumiwa. Hey, japanzumiwa. Yo. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, this story time, this story time was inspired, or I was reminded of this incident by my mother. I was on the phone with my mother earlier this morning, and she was like, yo, yakumbula. So I was like, oh, let me just tell the story on my channel now. I did not tell the story on my channel for the longest time because my mother did not know about it. So because I have a channel and my mom watches the channel, I thought, you know, so that I can share what happened to me with you guys. So this is a story time. I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Yo, guys. Okay, so this happened when I was in first year, and school hadn't really started yet. My mom came to Cape Town with me. She helped me move in, and eventually she left. And when she had just left, school hadn't started yet. So I think it was like orientation week. We were just sorting out this good and card and all sorts of things. So school hadn't started yet. Guys, I stayed in the first year res. And mind you, I don't know anyone here. Like, yes, I've met people, I've socialized a bit, but like none of these people are my friends. So I had one friend. So for the sake of the story, let's call her Jane. Okay. So Jane, I knew Jane from back in East London. She went to a different school from me, but like we were cool. Jane and I could safely say that Jane was my friend at the time. So Jane lived in a different res to me. She was squatting with her cousin or something. I can't remember what the story was, but she wasn't staying in the first year res that I was staying at. So I'm in my room alone. In first year you share Mos. So my roommate hadn't arrived yet. So I was alone for the longest time in my room. So I'm chilling in my room, I'm drinking, I'm listening to music. So Jane is like, "Chum in the air." So I'm like, sure. So Jane comes, we hang out, we chilling. So I'm like, yo, now I'm craving like a vibe, but also I don't know Cape Town. So the only places I knew in Cape Town were the places that my mom and my brother had taken me to. And yes. So I think I get with Jane. We chilling, no Jane, we drinking. Hey, Janga, you can percentage, singing strato. So anyway, so Jane and I decided, obviously we don't know anyone here, there's no way we're going out. So to see happy as na moto, it's late to Uber, you know, like we end up hanging out. So there's a res at UWC called Kovacs. I did not stay at Kovacs at the time, but Kovacs had a shop that was open. So Jane and I decided we're gonna go get snacks at Kovacs. Puma. Yo, I'm embarrassed to tell the story. No Jane, siyothenga snacks a shop. Outside the door, like security's hands, kukho imoto epakiweyo. Now this is a modern swim man, like imoto semgangathweni. So there's a man in the driver's seat and there's a woman in the passenger seat. But this woman is a little bit older. So I would say she was like in her late 30s. Hey, this lady asked Aleba sim charge the phone. Like I can go back in and charge your phone. Oh, I just want to band to sim charge the phone. So I can charge your phone for you. But we are not because it's a shop. So she's like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. Actually, it's fine. Singing now because I'm like, you know, I'm a bit edgy because I'm Muslim. So singing in shop. So then we go back and we kind of wait with her for her phone to switch on. She's in my room. It's me, this lady, and Jane. This lady, let's call her Oma. Yeah, so now we're waiting for her phone to switch on. And I mean, it's the three of us. It's me, Jane, and Oma. So Oma is like to us, guys, it's my birthday today. So we're like, oh, happy birthday. And she's like, she's hosting at a club in town. Would we like to join? So we like, yeah. Guys, I don't know what on earth. I don't know what on earth you were thinking. Because we don't know this lady. We don't know the friend she's with. And Yeah. Anyway, so we agree. So Jane and I get ready. Similar no Jamie. We're getting ready. So there's my marriage has the girls. If I can lipstick at the time, candy yummy and I still had relaxed hair, and I had my hair in a bun, like that cute. So eventually we get in the car and we ask her, are you gonna bring us back home? Guys, we had to find out if that lady is gonna bring us back home because Belleville is far. So we just like had to make sure that, we are strapped in terms of transport. So anyway, so she agrees and we fetch the people that she was originally there to fetch, and then singeni n2 kuyiwe eklapini. We get to the club, guys. She's leading the pack. Oma. It's her party. We were on guest list. We go to our section. Like it's a good time, So she comes. She asks us, what are we gonna drink? So we only drink champagne or vodka, and vodka being Grey Goose or Belvedere. Let's go up. Champagne Jane, because the only time in my life at the time I had tasted champagne in my mouth was when my mom bought me a verb for my matric dance. I don't remember having champagne after that. So for me to say I only drink champagne, yo, it doesn't pop, guys. So anyway, this lady then brings, but there's like 5 of us, okay, guys. Excluding Oma and her friend. So it's like 5 girls and Oma and her friend. And then Oma tells us that she's got other friends that are going to be coming. Oma, guys, she should not bring 1 bottle of Absolute. Absolute. So she brings 1 bottle of Absolute. So we like, okay. And I'm just going to sell Absolute. And they sell Absolute. I'm just like, I don't want to be starting things in Kasasi. So anyway, see, the girls that we were with, Basele, eventually now people start coming to the section. So I'm assuming these are her other guests. So people start coming to the section. Guys, at this point, kumnandi, kufike like bottles. Our champagne came, our Grey Goose came, our Belvy came. There was Remy Martin. There was, it was a party. Like, kumnandi, the table is full, we are drinking, we are merry, we are dancing. Everybody at the table is just having the time of their lives. Like, kumnandi. That I cannot stress enough. We had fun. If there's one thing I don't regret about this trip and this situation, is the fact that I had fun. Okay, I had tons of it. So anyway, we have fun, Jane. Eventually, the other ladies that we came with, they say they want to go to Cubana. Now, for some reason, to come to Cape Town, I was told, do not do Cubana Greenpoint. Do not do Cubana Greenpoint. And that's where the girls were going. So I was just like, I am not going to Cubana Greenpoint. I don't know why, but I am not going. So I did not go with the ladies. So Jane, but guys, it's like 2-3 in the morning. So Jane is like, Jane and I decided we actually want to go home. But in order to go home, we need to find Oma, because Oma said she's going to what? She's going to take us home. Hey, Vietnana. So anyway, we try find Oma. We can't find her. We're like, okay, whatever. Like, it's in a club. We go back to our table. We are drinking. Guys, at this point, like, right, like I've reached my level. Like, I'm not sober at all. So Jane and I then drink some more, and then we can't drink anymore because we are not sober. We then decide, no, now we have to find Oma. We want to go home. So we going around the guys, we are trying to find this lady. We cannot find her. Guys, we went around the club. We went outside. Bear in mind, guys, no one knows where I am. I have not told my mom. I have not told my brother. I have not told anyone. It's just me and Jane. I did not tell any, not even Res. No one knows where I am. So anyway, so we tried to find this lady as in Foman. Eventually, like after 40 minutes of trying to find her, we get her. We tell her we want to go home. She's like, okay, yeah, I think she said she wants to go to Cubana or she wants to stay at the club longer. I can't remember what her story was, but basically she's not going home with us, but she's gonna ask her friend to take us home. So I'm like, cool with that. Now, this is where things take a sharp curve. So So she then tells us to please wait 5 minutes. Then she's gonna find the friend, and the friend's gonna take us home. So Celinda Nyan, and then when we go outside, Nyani, she's there. So now I want you guys to picture stairs that are going down, and then at the end of the stairs there's like a little road, like a small little road, and she's standing at the top of the stairs. Now there's other people that were at our section. I'm assuming now they wanted to go home or go to the next destination, and yes, but it wasn't just her that was standing at the top of the stairs. It's her and like us, like the ladies. So at the what's the strato kuko like Ubers lined up. I assumed they were Ubers because they looked like Uber cars. So Ubers go the Almera, Corollas. So that's what I assumed myself. And I think any person would have assumed the same thing. So she then stands at the top with Oma, and he's assigning us 2 cars. That situation also wasn't weird to me because I'm like, okay, well, I mean, we're obviously not going to the same places. And guys, please remember, I am not a sober mind. So everything that's happening, I'm just taking like as it comes, you know? So anyway, so she's assigning us to different cars, and we get in to the car that we were assigned to. So it's me and Jane, obviously, and then the guy that's driving the car. Now, guys, I don't know if you guys do this, but now when I request an Uber, the first thing I do when I get into the Uber is to ask if in the time AUWC, which is where I was going. If in the AUWC, I'm gonna ask, Buti, are you going to say UWC, ne? And then the Uber driver will confirm. So that's exactly what I did this time. I'm like, oh, are we going to UWC, ne? The guy's like, no. The guy's like, no, we are going to Gordon's Bay. Gordon's Bay. Guys, I want you to understand, Gordon's Bay is like, if you are driving from the Eastern Cape, my mom's best friend used to stay in Gordon's Bay. So I had an idea of where Gordon's Bay was, and I knew Gordon's Bay is nowhere near where I stay. In Gordon's Bay, guys, if you are driving from the Eastern Cape into Cape Town, it is one of the first towns. So it's Gordon's Bay, Somerset West, and then like it's far. It's a good 40 minutes away. Gordon's Bay, guys. So why on earth would we be going to Gordon's Bay? I'm like, huh? Why are we going to Gordon's Bay? So this man then like starts getting angry, and he's like, no, I paid too much money. Oma said, you guys know we're going to Gordon's Bay. Too much money? Gordon's Bay. Guys, don't start crying. I'm sitting at the back. Jane front. Guys, I was not even interested in listening to what more that man had to say. I was just crying because I'm like, I don't know this man, Nayagasazi, and then the only thing he knows is that he paid too much money for us. So Siani Gordon's Bay. Yo, guys. At that point, I think I saw my life flash before my eyes. I'm like, I'm thinking, can you see, yeah, P, not all the champagne in the world is worth me losing my life, or whatever the hell is going on here. So Jane is I think she was of sober mind, and she was calm for some reason. So Jane steps out of so this guy's like, I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to find Oma. I'm drunk. I want to go home. I don't know what this man is talking about. He's talking about money. He's talking about Gordon's Bay. And suddenly, guys, Jane steps out of the car with him. Then they lean like on the car and buy a teta, trying to negotiate something. Can you at least please take us home, because we don't know, what's going on here. This man is like, we are finding Oma. I paid too much money. Guys. So she's like, you can tell my friend is scared. She's crying. Can you please just take us home? We went away of this arrangement. Please just take us back to school. Whatever she was saying and whatever conversation they were having, I could hear that she's just trying to calm this man down. Guys, and Lily. So I start texting my cousin that stays in Cape Town. Also, I don't know where I am. If I could even text Untu or call someone to come and fetch me, and because I don't know where I am. It's like it does clean now. So eventually, after a lot of back and forth and negotiation, they get back in the car and imodi hambe. Now, in Cape Town, there's two national roads. There's the N1 and there's the N2. So now the only national road that I had ever been on in Diazio from town is the N2. So if me and my brother and my mom, Susuka, or whatever, my brother would take the N2 to take us back to UWC. N1, guys. So I didn't even trust that this man is taking me back to school. I am not sober. And hey, figure, guys, esikolweni. And that man was just like, no, yeah, I understand that, but you know, that's just not how he works. And he lost money. Guys, I don't know what the money was for. I'm assuming he paid for us. Guys, I was just crying. Like, that nigga got right. I could not believe what was going on. And yeah, so I wanted to tell this story, guys. Let me be honest. I've been wanting to do this story. I've been wanting to do the story time for the longest time. But it's one of the biggest secrets I kept from my mother. She did not know that something like this happened to me. I recently told my mom, this happened in 2016. I told my mom, I think last year or 2019, late 2019. So I did not want to, talk about this because my mama said, I live YouTube, and she doesn't know about the situation. And when I told her, I felt so stupid. When I told her, she was like, Khanyisa, at any point, if you are ever in trouble, my priority is your safety, not how you got yourself in that situation. So I don't want you to ever be scared and not be like, when you're in trouble. It makes no sense to me. My priority will always be your safety, and then I'll reprimand you after. I didn't even think about calling my brother. My mom's like, my brother would have had no option but to fetch me and reprimand me at a later stage. So, I guess that was my mistake. And okay, what did I learn? What did I learn from this situation? I learned, don't get into strangers' cars. And I think as a first year, I have people that were in matric and going to varsity this year, praying to God that you guys are able to go to your institutions. Have someone in your corner, whether it's an older sister, an older cousin, a parent. Have someone that is older than you that is in your corner, and always have that person know where you are at all times. So if you're going to the club, that person must know that you're going to the club. It doesn't matter, but someone must always know where you are. I should not have gotten in those people's cars because then there was no buzz. Like, when there was no buzz, anything can happen. We live in extremely crazy and dangerous times, and that man could have decided, he's just gonna drive off with us and take us to Gordon's Bay. Anything could have happened. So guys, kids, matric gals, I know you guys feel like you're cool, you're moving from home to different cities, and that's fine. Varsity is about having fun and balancing it with your academics, but do not fall into the trap of the hype and thinking umdala. And someone must just always know where you are. Someone in your family, whether it's a family or a close family friend, whoever, an adult must just always know where you are, so that if something happens, you can reach out to that person. You trust that person enough to reach out to them, to talk to them and say, listen, I didn't think that this is what I was getting myself into, but can you please save me from the situation? That's it. And that person will be able to help you get out of that situation. Anyway, guys, so that is the end. That is the end of my story time. Yo, guys, Japanzumiwa. Hey, Japanzumiwa. Yo, funny ever in my life. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys lots and lots, and thank you so much for being part of the K Monqo family. Mwah.